Hello there everybody, and welcome back to a new video. Apologies if that sounds a little bit unenthusiastic. I have sat here and tried to film this about 7 times now, and I've either been interrupted or just not liked the sound of my voice or the look of my face. So whatever happens now, I'm going to stick with it. Welcome to a new weekly vlog. I think this might be the first weekly vlog of 2021, which is quite exciting, but it's also a little bit of a weird one because of when I'm starting it. Today is Sunday the 17th of January, and I just wanted to film my last few days of freedom before I go back to university on Thursday. And I so wish I could tell you guys that I've just got out of the shower and it's 9 o'clock in the morning, but it's actually 6:15 at night and I have just got out of the shower, but that's because I've been so lazy all day. I had a shift yesterday and I worked from 4 PM till 11 PM, which is really nice. It's the shortest shift I've ever worked, but also the latest I've ever worked, and it was quite an intense shift to say the least. So I've spent all day pretty much just watching telly and playing on my phone. There was really nothing worthy for me to pick up the camera for, but as I said, I've just got out of the shower and I am now determined to make the rest of my evening a productive one. And I thought I'd pop on and have a little chat to you guys. I have just done all of my skincare because I've already tried filming this, but I basically have used the Tea Tree and Witch Hazel exfoliating pads. I also used the foaming facial wash of this in the shower, and I really love this range. I've recently started using the Vitamin C Body Shop, the Vitamin C face mist from the Body Shop, and I've just stolen some of Charlie's Nivea moisturiser because I'm really not fussy when it comes to moisturiser, you know. So I have just had this whole conversation with you whilst I was doing that, but I now want to show you guys just a few bits that I've ordered from Sports Direct. Some of you may know, if you've watched previous videos, that I am doing a walking challenge this year. I'm virtually walking the distance from Land's End to John O'Groats, which is 874 miles I think. And I'm obviously doing that around Coventry, but so far I have only been doing it in my Nike Tangens, which are running trainers, and they're just not appropriate for mud and grass, especially when we've had quite wet weather. And well, we haven't had snow, but we've had the coldness from the snow that everybody else has been lucky enough to receive, which we love to see. But I decided to order some walking trainers. It would just enable me to go on the grass a little bit more and just stop ruining my trainers and washing them 5 times a week. So I went on to Sports Direct to have a look because I really love Sports Direct, such good prices, you know. And I've ordered some walking boots. These are Gillette ones, I think that's how you say it, I really don't know. And I got them with purple on because it was either purple or hot pink, and wow, I chose purple. I've just tried them on as I was previously talking to you, and they do actually fit, so I'm really happy with that, especially considering that they were half price because they were £60 reduced to 30, so we can't really complain at that, can we? I also ordered some running trainer socks because even though I just said I don't want to be wearing my running shoes anymore, I will wear them when I'm planning on walking on the pavement. So I got some of these Carrymore ones. There were 2 packs for £9, so I picked up the 2. I've also really been enjoying wearing a top that I bought from Boohoo. It was like an activewear top, and it was pretty much exactly the same as this. It's like funnel neck. It's got a zip on it, long sleeves. I don't know how well you can see this. So I picked up 2 of these Carrymore ones, and it says they were 2 for £20, but I think these actually came out a little bit cheaper when I ordered them on the website. So I got 2 of those, and I also got, weirdly, which you're going to question, some cycling shorts. These are LA Gear cycling shorts, Lagia maybe. Never heard of the brand before, but they were the cheapest ones, and I'm not planning on wearing them now. I'm planning on wearing them when it starts getting hot, and I can't take it in the summer. I know I'm going to be sweating, and all of their cycling shorts seem to be reduced. I think it's just the time of the year, so I thought I'd pick up their cheapest pair, which was these, and if I start wearing them quite a lot in the summer, I can always order myself some more. I then also ordered some walking boot socks off Amazon, but I haven't unpackaged them yet, and they're really not the most exciting thing for me to show you guys. The most exciting thing was my boots, which I actually love. I can't wait to wear them. I'm about to head out on a walk, even though it is 6:20, just because I need to be walking a little bit every day, and I have had a few days off recently because I pulled a muscle in my leg, but I'm back to doing short walks again now. I'm going to wear these tonight just to sort of get my feet used to them, because if they do rub, I basically just want to break them in a little bit. So I think I'm just going to go on a short walk around the block, to be honest. I might be like half an hour, really nothing too intense, because it's late and it's dark, and then because it's dark I only stick to the main roads that are lit. So that's where I'm at, really. I don't think there's anything else for me to update you guys on. Yes, there is. Thank you all so much, if you watched it, for the love on my Hollister try-on haul. I can't believe like how many views that's received. For someone that usually gets about 30 views on their video, my Hollister haul has almost had 700 views, which is a tad ridiculous, because where have all of those people come from, please? But I'm also incredibly grateful for it, so thank you for that. Maybe Hollister hauls are the way forward. They definitely are for me, because I really loved everything that I ordered. But other than that, without any further ado, I'm going to head out on my walk. I'm not going to bring you guys with me because it's too dark. You're not actually going to see anything. And I'll probably catch up with you guys either when I get back or tomorrow morning. So see you then. So I decided just to do a short walk this evening. I walked for 53 minutes and did about 4 kilometres, which is the minimum required for my walking challenge. I then came back and had a delicious vegetarian spag bowl, and trust me when I say there was actually less pasta than what it looked like, I promise. After dinner we caught up on some YouTube that we'd been meaning to watch, and then played a few games of Mario Kart with some of our friends. We absolutely love this game. I'd highly recommend getting it if you've got a Nintendo Switch. Then I changed into my pyjamas and headed off to bed. Good night. I kick-started off my Monday morning by watching Charlotte Emily Price, who is one of my favourite YouTubers ever. Then it was time to start getting myself ready and take out my plaits, which is a process I absolutely love, because when you eventually take them out, your hair always smells so fresh. It's unbelievable. Next I headed out on a really long walk after making a quick pit stop off at the post office. I filmed a few clips for you guys to enjoy.
We can take it slow, make sure we do this right. Cancelled all my plans to be with you tonight. So just sit with me, talking to the night until the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go, come closer next to me. Trying to find another way to say this, but I think we were meant to be.
And a very good evening to everybody. It is now 7:45 on Monday evening, and I think the last thing I filmed was some clips from my walk. It was quite a late walk. I don't think I got back till like 3 o'clock-ish. But since then I really have just sat in bed. I don't know about anybody else, but when I get back from a walk, I am so cold. It literally takes me like an hour to warm up. I don't know what it is, why I'm like that, but I'm just getting really cold. But I've had to drag myself out of bed. Charlie made me dinner a little bit earlier on. I didn't film it. And I'm going to start making an apple cinnamon cake, which I'm really excited about actually. So I'm actually using a cookbook that my auntie bought me for the first year of university, and I've kept it ever since. It's the 5th edition of Nosh for Students, and to be honest, a lot of the stuff in here is quite basic. Like, it actually teaches you how to make a fruit salad, but then there are some really good recipes amongst like some of the more basic ones, and this one is Astri's apple cake. I don't know how well you can see, but I'll hold it up in case anybody wants to screenshot it. I just really felt like baking this week. It's been a while and it's just something fun to do, you know. So I've got out all of my ingredients. I don't need to show you because you've just seen everything here. And I'm going to start baking that cake, and I don't really know what I'm going to do after that, but I'm going to show you my cake making process, and I'm hoping that it turns out all right. I have actually made this before, but it has been a wee while. Oh, and also another thing I wanted to mention is that I was listening to an audiobook on my walk earlier. I think you may have seen that, and I was listening to The Secret, which I'm sure you've probably heard about. If you haven't, where have you been? The Secret is basically a book on the law of attraction. It's all about manifestation, and I'm not really like into that sort of stuff. I do kind of get like the basis of it, but I didn't really know it in much depth, so I decided to get the book for free on a free trial of Audible. And I'm not gonna lie, I found it really weird. I understood the first like basic bits of what you think of you will attract. If you're positive, you'll attract those positive things into your life. If you're negative, you know, so on, so on. And I got that, and I felt like, I mean, I was on a walk for like 2 hours, but I feel like it was so repetitive. It just kept telling me that in lots of different ways. It felt very repetitive. I was bored listening to the book, to be honest, but I really wanted to give it a good go, so I did listen to it for like the whole of the 2 hours on my walk. And then after a while there was a chapter on the body, and in particular weight loss, because I'm assuming this is something that a lot of people manifest, and weight loss is actually something that I am trying to work towards this year as well, so I was quite intrigued as to what they would say about it. And I actually found it to be quite controversial, I'm not gonna lie. It was saying things like food is not the reason you put on weight, your negative thoughts are the reason you put on weight. And I kind of get it, because the reason I'm eating the food is because I'm thinking about the food, like my thoughts are telling me to put that cream egg into my mouth sort of thing, but food is the reason I put on weight. And then it was also making other points, like if you have an underactive thyroid, that's not the reason you are not losing weight, it's still your thoughts. And I'm like, well, it is a medical condition. I don't know, like, I don't know if there's any science behind The Secret. I know they did speak a little bit about it, science, like based evidence for it in the book, but they didn't touch on it too much. It must be something I'm going to have a look into myself as like a bit of further reading. But I was just a bit like, I could start believing this stuff to an extent, but I don't know to what extent. Some things I just thought were a bit questionable. It felt like if I was looking in the mirror every day going, I am skinny, I'm all of a sudden gonna drop 10 kilograms. To me, like as a normal everyday person sort of thing, I know that that comes with work, hard work. You have to work towards losing your weight. Like I can't eat 100 cream eggs a day but say I'm skinny in a mirror and still lose weight. It doesn't work like that, but according to the book it does. I was just confused. If anyone can explain down below about why the book was mentioning that, if you know a bit more about the law of attraction than me, then please enlighten me down below. I would love to know. But I did find it interesting, but I didn't know if it was something that was for me. But after a bit of a detour, I'm now going to get cracking and making my cake.
You make me anxious. I think I might be stuck on you. I love the things you did for me. For me, it seems that you're dropping clues. There's no need to rush, so let's just take our time.
Tuesday morning was started with a McDonald's breakfast and an episode of Big Bang, which was absolutely divine. I then showered, washed my hair and put it in plaits, as I find this a really effective way of not putting too much heat on my hair. I then headed out on quite a long walk, which I didn't film clips of today because you already saw all of that yesterday, but I did pretty much exactly the same distance before arriving home to a lovely lunch of sausage, mash and peas. Honestly, one of my favourites at the minute. And the award for the worst vlogger ever has to go to me. Quite literally, it has to go to me. It is 10:15 and it's the first time I'm speaking to you guys today. I just don't know what it is, but recently when I've been waking up in the mornings, it has been a struggle. So basically, long story short, I woke up late as per usual recently and still wanted to do stuff, but I was just so lazy. In bed, on my phone as per. It took me absolutely ages to get myself up and in the shower and hair washed and whatnot. And then I still wanted to go on my walk because I obviously want to do my walk for the walking challenge for Land's End to John O'Groats, which by the way, my walking boots have really done me well. I'm so glad I got them, such an investment. I think you would have seen how muddy it was along the canal yesterday, and I would never ever be able to walk along that in my Nikes. And don't get me wrong, I wasn't too impressed walking along it in my brand new walking boots. I didn't expect it to be that muddy at all, but at least I could walk down it. I was very happy with them, but once I finished my walk this evening, I think I was out for about an hour and 40 minutes. But once I finished that, come back, made sausage and mash, really, really lovely. And I've been playing a bit of Mario Kart, watching Big Bang Theory. We're now on season 8, which is very exciting. I'm really enjoying the character progression of Sheldon. I mean, the others as well, but obviously Sheldon's like the main man sort of thing. And that's about it really. I really had loads of stuff that I wanted to get done today, and as per usual I have not done it. But even though it's 10:15, I'm now not tired because I've been waking up late. So I've come into the spare room and I'm going to start doing some uni stuff, not actual uni work because I haven't started back yet. I start back on Thursday, but pretty much all of the modules have said when they're going to be on, like lecture wise and workshop wise. So I just want to get writing a few bits down in my diary, see when the deadlines are, write those in, and see when the lectures and things are and write those in as well. I've also booked a shift for tomorrow, quite a last minute decision. It's not a long one, usually it's 12.5 hours for a full day, but I'm actually working from 12 till 5:30, which is really, really nice. But yeah, I'm going to start writing things down in my little planner just so I know where I'm at. I also put it into my phone calendar at the same time because usually that's what I carry on me the most. So that's the plan for now. I'm going to have a look at what the assignments are and things, and well, I hope they're not going to be too bad. I really hope they're not going to be too bad, but we'll have to see. So that's what I'm getting up to now. So let's just stop procrastinating and start that. Wednesday morning consisted of me being very lazy and then eventually getting ready for work. Here's a little clip of me stealing some of Charlie's Coco Chanel perfume, which I really, really love, but it's not mine. I then packed a few shift essentials, including a notepad, my name badge, my little pocket watch which Charlie gave me for Christmas, and a spare hair bubble. For lunch I had Hunter's chicken, potatoes and vegetables, as I always try to fill myself up before a shift so that I don't get hungry.
A few moments later.
Oh my gosh guys, what a shift. It was only 5.5 hours, and like I said, like usually a full day is 12.5 hours. So I thought, oh, I'll try it out. I've never worked with these type of patients before, so I thought 5.5 hours was a good amount of time to get to know the ward a little bit, get to know that type of patient and see if it's for me. I got there and I was only actually there to escort a patient down to the general hospital for physical health conditions. I obviously don't want to say too much, but I was just there to escort them to the hospital, which was great. Like I actually enjoyed myself. Like I really had a lovely shift. The patient that I was with was really lovely. We had a nice laugh, which you know you don't always get with patients, but we seemed to click really well. It was really nice, got on well with them and enjoyed the 5.5 hours that I spent with them running around the hospital. But it also wasn't the ward that I expected, so I'm a tad disappointed because I obviously didn't get to experience working with that particular type of patient. But I just have to book a longer shift, won't I? Like I just have to book a full day. But even though it's only 5.5 hours, I feel like I've done absolute laps of that hospital. At one point I had a bit of sweat on. I feel quite shattered. So I've just got back. It's about 6 o'clock. Charlie came to pick me up, which was very lovely of her. And I'm now gonna cook dinner. We're gonna have these new nuggets that I found reduced. They were like plant-based nuggets. We're gonna have those with some chips because why not treat yourself, you know? So nuggets and chips for dinner, and I'm excited to try a plant-based alternative. And then I'm gonna chill out. I think I might play a little bit of the Switch. I might even do a face mask. So yeah, we'll see where the evening takes us. It's quite nice finishing at 5:30 because it obviously means you've got a few hours when you get home to enjoy your evening. Like, I'm not ready to come home and just crash and go to bed. I do actually need to have some form of dinner, so that's quite nice. I'll bring you along with me and just see what I get up to this evening. For anyone who's interested, these are the plant-based nuggets that we had. They were actually surprisingly tasty, a lot better than I thought they would have been. We ate dinner whilst catching up on one of Saffron Barker's videos, and then I made Charlie a cup of tea and headed up to bed for the evening.
The morning building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go come closer next to me. Trying to find another way to say this, but I think.
Apologies for the terrible angle, but I just thought I would quickly pop on and show a little bit of reality, because if you think my cheeks look quite glowy, quite nice, wanting to know what my skincare routine is, it is tears. I've just received my final grade from an assignment from last semester, and it just wasn't all that. I've really been struggling this masters to just do the work and achieve the same sort of grades that I was achieving at undergraduate, which makes sense because I've obviously stepped up a level. Sorry, I've got a bit of a snotty nose. I've obviously stepped up a level, so in difficulty, so it is going to be harder, which I accept, and that's fine. But I've mentioned before, so I'm not going to go into it all again, but it's just, even though it's harder, the support just isn't there. I just really don't feel like I've had much support this masters, and when I've tried to ask for it and follow advice and seek out things that have been suggested to me by lecturers, I've just like hit dead ends. Like, no one's been able to help me with certain things. And this assignment I've just received a grade back from was for my child psychology module, which I actually got an extension for. I think I've mentioned that before. So rather than handing it in before Christmas, I handed it in after, hence why I've only just received the feedback. Obviously writing it over Christmas means that no lecturers are in, so you can't actually ask for help. And I've never been in that situation before, because on my degrees I've always handed stuff in before Christmas, but I was this time, and even though I did need the extension, I really did, I wouldn't have been able to do it without the extension. I just think like it was frustrating not having as much support regardless, and then also not having as much support because I can't email the lecturers and ask little questions here and there. So yeah, there's that. The grade that I've received is 58%, which is a high pass in masters terminology and 2-2 in undergraduate terminology. And I know I said before that all I want to do right now is just pass the masters, so I'm not bothered about like grades. As long as I pass, that's fine, and I fully still stand with that. But it's just still frustrating and upsetting when you receive grades that you're just not used to receiving. And that's not to toot my own horn, but I'm not expecting a distinction or first or anything, but I just usually am quite used to getting 2-1s pretty consistently, and then the odd first all throughout my undergraduate degree. So it's still a bit disheartening when you see the grade and it's just not what you're used to having. But I just need to remind myself that all I want to do is pass. It's stepped up a level, and I just don't have the support right now to complete a master's. I don't think it helps that because it's all online, I don't have like even friends that I can really talk to say, oh, what are you doing with this assignment? Because obviously everything's online. I haven't actually met anyone that is on the master's course. So just thought I'd pop on and be a little bit real with you guys and show you that, you know, things aren't always bright and rosy and full of rainbows. Sometimes I do have a little cry on the evenings, but at the same time, even though I've got 58, it is slightly better than what I've got in some of my other assignments, which again is still quite sad, but it is slightly better, and I'm actually quite happy with that. It's just quite disheartening, like I say, when it's not what I'm used to, but I'm alright with it. Like, I'm not sitting here in absolute floods. I've had a few tears, and I'm just going to go through my feedback quickly, see what they say, see where I need to improve, see what bits I've done good on, and then I'm gonna start editing this video and editing next week's video for Wednesday. So yeah, and I think that's about it actually, because I'm gonna end this video here tonight, ready to start a fresh one tomorrow, because it's my first day back at university tomorrow. Really not in the mood for it now I've received that grade. Just not in the mood for it at all in general, grade or not. But we move, it's just lectures this week, so it's nice and easy. Well, easier than if I had workshops as well, so I'll be alright. I just need to keep pushing, and the more I keep pushing, the closer the finish line gets to saying goodbye to these masters for good, which I literally cannot wait for. Just get me into full-time work ASAP, I swear. But yeah, so I'm gonna end this here. I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's been a bit of a random one, lots of different things, lots of ups and downs, but regardless, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like, comment and subscribe down below. It would mean the absolute world. And I will see you next Sunday for the next weekly vlog, because I am really hoping that I stick to these weekly vlogs of some sort. So make sure you turn on your notification bells if you enjoy this sort of video, because I will be posting one every single Sunday from now on. So there's that. I hope you all enjoyed, guys, and I look forward to seeing you all very, very soon. Goodbye.